Welcome back. My name is Sam, and I'd like to welcome you to this GOS Human Resource Manager tutorial video. Today we'll be looking at the performance management module, and I would like to break this down into three parts. The first part is to explain what the module does. The second part, we're going to look at the setups, and the third part, we're going to flow the workflow together. Take a workflow and take it from the beginning till the end. The performance management module of the GOS Human Resource Manager is a very flexible tool that enables companies of different sizes to set objectives and also do feedbacks on those objectives to determine if the employees are able to meet the objectives in order to help the company grow at the same pace the company would have loved to grow. On the GOS Human Resource Manager, the performance management module, you can set any kind of objectives. You can use any kind of framework, whether 360 degrees, self-assessment, or in some companies where objectives are set centrally, you can also do the same on the GOS Human Resource Manager. I'd like to look at some of the setups on this application. We'll set them up together, and subsequently we'll look at the workflows. 7 major things you need to set up when you're actually setting up the performance management module of the GOS Human Resource Manager. It is the KPI category, the KPIs themselves, and you do a mapping of KPI to job grades. Then you have point settings, grade settings, and you also determine your appraisal cycle, and also you have the opportunity to set options on your appraisal cycle. I'll start with the KPI category, and in this particular video I'll be taking the KPI category and the KPIs together. Let's start with the setup for the KPI category. The KPI category basically is the framework you intend to use for your performance management within the company. When I click on add, I could use the upload button or the add button. When I click on add, the application opens a KPI category form. With this, I'm able to determine the framework to use. For example, let us assume that we appraise our employees using 2 frameworks, the core values and the work objectives. So for example, I'm going to type work objectives here as the name of the work objective. Then the application here is saying, would you like employees to set objectives by themselves? If you say yes, the application allows you to use 2 different kinds of week models, even distribution or independent allocation. To explain the KPI category better, it is like a set bucket holding KPIs, key performance indicators, that you intend to use to determine if an employee has performed efficiently or not. So this is like the categorization of each of those buckets, so that you can now have the individual KPIs in there. So for example, if I determine to say employees can set objective, we could now say, assuming we have 5 objectives within the work or 5 objectives or KPIs within the work objective bucket, we could now say, do we intend to distribute the weights of each of those KPIs evenly, or we would allow employees to rank the objectives, the 5 objectives they have within that KPI, the way they intend to, meaning objective 1 will be more important than objective 2, and objective 2 will be more important than objective 3, or would you want them to rank all of the objectives the same way? You determine this from this setup. However, if I decide to say no, I don't want the employee to be able to set objectives, that is where I will be able to have 360 degrees. And the moment I select on 360 degrees here, the application would say reviewers selection only by HR department. If I say yes, it means that the 360 degrees respondents can only be set by the HR department. If I say no, that means the employees themselves can also set or be involved in selecting the respondents. Now, I have done an example here. So we can go straight to that and look at the different parameters. So I've actually established 3 different KPI categories. The first one is the KPI core values. Within the core values, remember I typed the name myself. The framework I have here is that employee does not set objective, and for all of the objectives within that particular KPI category, we are using even distribution. So if we have 5 objectives within the KPI category, the application is going to evenly distribute them across, meaning HR department or centrally, objectives can be set for everybody. And the other one here is the work objective. With the work objective, here I have said that we are going to use the independent allocation. And with this, yes, an independent allocation, meaning that employees will be able to set objectives themselves. And the third one here, I have set as 360 degrees, and HR alone will be able to set objectives. Now, apart from using the add button, we could have also used the upload button, which makes it easier for us to upload from any CSV file. I'd like to proceed to the second part of it. Like I explained, I'm actually going to go through KPI category and the key performance indicators, which is the KPIs. So when I click on the second one here, I've established already the categories. So the moment I've established the categories, I can now start setting into the application the KPIs that will form the contents within the bucket for the KPI categories. So to add a new one, I'll just come here, click on add, and the form opens. And the moment the form opens, I'll be able to select. Remember, I've created 3 categories, so I can now come to core values and begin to add more KPIs and say, oh, another KPI is do well at work. What's the description? This is very important. And I do a save. And with this, my KPI begins to populate, and I can still see it there. Let's just do it back since I've actually added it up. Now I'll see all that I've actually added. Rather than adding it one by one, I could just come here and upload the KPI category, the KPIs, and the descriptions, and that will actually do it. So in this video, like I explained, we are just doing the KPI category and the KPIs. Catch up with you very soon. Join me up to actually set up the remaining part of the performance management module. Thank you very much, and saying bye bye from here.